Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm a little bit late today. We should have an echo. Hold on one second. Yo, yo, no, I'm here, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we got a few stuff to look at. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera all set up. My kids had to sleep in the playroom over the weekend because we have painters here. And so we have my kids' rooms were getting painted. And so they had to sleep in this playroom that I'm streaming in where my computer is right now. And so I had to fold the bed up because the bed was blocking my seat here. No, I appreciate it. But yeah, no, we're all good. I just got to get everything rolling now. Oh, man. All right, guys. So market's not looking too shabby here. I think we're supposed to have James and Mitch here. James Fierro. I know he was going. He was in Colorado. He was supposed to visit Mitch today, and so he sent me a message saying he was going to be on the stream. Never was able to get back to him, but I think that's what he said. We'll see. All right, here we go. We got this set up. Let's do a test here. There we go. All right, guys. So yeah, one that's popped off since the last time I looked at it is MARK. MARK. We also have ZSAN. Let me pull up my chart here. Hold on, let me take my glasses off. It's a little bit too early. But yeah, we have Soli. Sorry, I'm just not waking up, guys. Soli is popping off here. If you look at SOLY, it doesn't look bad, actually. And it's tradable. It's a former parabolic mover. And so Soli is not looking that bad. Yeah, man, I wish I could have been out there to see them. They're in Colorado. I would love that, especially considering I'm nauseous, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. We got a GLG or GLPG gapping up here. This honestly looks like a buyout or an acquisition of some sort. And so yeah, GLPG, like I said, honestly looks like a buyout or an acquisition. We can look up the catalyst for it, but I'm pretty sure that's a buyout or an acquisition of some sort. We also have Soli looking pretty good here. Yeah, Soli looking pretty good. Sitting at 2009 now. I'll definitely keep an eye on that one. What's up, Rich? What's up, man? We got CGC gapping up some. That's usually my favorite one. CRZO. CRZO is not looking that bad. I posted the watch list a little bit earlier. But yeah, we got CRZO. We got CGC. AMD's gapping up some. We have CRON. SYMC gapping up some. We got Tesla. TSLA. We got SQ. We got Roku. We got Snap. And so, yeah, those aren't really looking that bad. I'll keep an eye on those for sure. Capper, positive results. Let's take a look at those, man. My beard is slowly growing better. I decided to grow my beard back out. If I shave, I look 15, and so I decided to grow my beard back out, but my beard's not looking... You know, for me, my sideburns don't grow as quick as the goatee part. You know, my sideburns don't grow as fast, but they'll grow. I just have to give it time. I've grown beards before, so we'll see how that goes. But it's coming. You know, it's coming along. I'm going to look a little scraggly up until then, but, you know, I'll be all right. Yeah, I mean, I've shaved a bunch. I think that's a wives' tale, Scott. I don't know. You know, I just know... I know some people have, like, some people struggle to grow the goatee area, and mine will grow in really thick. I struggle to grow the sides, but it'll all grow out if I leave it long enough, you know. I just kind of look a little rough while it's growing, though. ADXS gapping up. Mark's gapping up, too. Yeah, no worries. I've heard that, though. Really. Look at MARK. MARK was tradable for us, though. CLDC. CLDC actually looks pretty good. Looks strong. Here, I'm going to put my glasses back on. I like CRZO, though. That's probably one of my favorite ones right now. Let me see. Alright. But yeah, I like CRZO. I'll look up some news in just a second. Yeah, look at CRZO. CRZO healthy gap up from 10.50 to 11.60. So it's only $1.10, but it looks strong. And the reason I really like this one, it looks like maybe a higher float stock for CRZO. But the reason I really like it is because it has this super obvious support and resistance at the $0.50 here at 11.50. It's just super obvious there. It's a really big level that I can watch on CRZO is this 11.50 level, as well as the pre-market high at 11.85, and then this low down here at 11.15. Those don't look bad. I'll probably watch those for sure. Let's see what else we get today, guys. Let me move these so we can see the scanners here. There's a lot of echo in my mic, really? Okay, here, hold on. Let me try this. Honestly, it may just be the room I'm in. VISL gapping up some. Yeah, it may just be the room I'm in. Let me connect my headphones. That should work. There we go. There's Mitch. Yeah, so my headphones are working, so maybe that'll help it a little bit. But, yeah, if you hear it echo, I mean, this is the third or fourth day I've streamed in here, so it might be on your end. But if it's on my end, my bad. I don't know how much I can really do to solve that, though. Let me pull this out a little bit. Maybe put it to the side some. There we go. All right, guys. So I think we got Mitch in here. Let me see. Oh, no. Let me open him up. Yo, yo. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hold on. I think you don't have a mic. That's probably what it is. I can see you, bitch. I can't hear you, though, bro. Okay. Mitch showing his face today, man. Mitch's beard is looking solid, man. I need to grow a beard like Mitch. Alright. But yeah, VISL. I wonder if James is over there, man. Alright. Uber gapping up some. Alright. That angle's good, but I can't hear you. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, CRZO probably my main watch. The other ones are kind of low floaters. I don't know if I could trade a lot of the other ones. CROX. I'm just going to wait for Mitch to get the volume right. There you go. Okay, nice. What's up, man? Alright, here, let me minimize you real quick and get you on the stream. Hold on. Here we go. We got Mitch here. All right, brother. Yeah, James is going to be there today, huh? The sound's gone. Okay. There we go. All right. Let me try to make these the same size, roughly. There we go. That should work. I gotta figure out how to do this. I should have looked this up over the weekend to figure out how to put both of us up at the same time. But no stress. We'll figure it out. NTGN, ADXS. Once the scanners aren't up as much, it'll be easier. Yeah, shout out to Trade Ideas as well. Shout out to them. Best scanners in the game by far. There's a reason, you know, Mitch and I all use Trade Ideas. The big time traders, they use Trade Ideas as well. There's a reason they do that. And again, you know, the reason is they're the best scanners in the game by far. And so go check them out. Let me see here. I thought I saved it. I didn't. Oh well. Yeah, go check them out. I'll post that link if you want to check out Trade Ideas. Yo, yo, what's up, Scott? What's up, man? Yeah, there's the Trade Ideas link. Here, while Mitch is gone, I'm gonna leave these up. So yeah, guys, so we got a few options. VSLR, but CRZO is kind of my favorite here. TPIC, Ego. All right, so we can go ahead and look at some news up. I'm just going to start looking up some catalysts here for some of these. First one I can look up is GLPG. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this one is going to be some type of buyout or an acquisition of some sort. Capper, I know some people were talking about CAPR. Yeah, look at CAPR. Hey, yeah, that one looks good. Whoever called that one out, my bad, man. But yeah, CRPR, just to show you guys. CAPR, this one looks pretty strong, gapping up from 320s to 610. I may look to buy a put option on this one if there's some available, because this one typically fails. It's got some support at 320, so it just depends on where the option is going to be priced. But yeah, CAPR, you can see that one moving, and this one is up after the company announced its interim analysis in the HOPE-2 trial to treat patients with Duchenne muscular dystrophy showed statistically significant results. And so positive data and results for CAPR, their muscular, it's a muscular dystrophy drug apparently, and it showed statistically significant results to treat patients with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I may not be. So that one looks good. Let me see if I can find all these other ones here. GLPG was the other one. The company announced it entered into a research and collaboration with Gilead. Gilead will make $3.9 billion upfront payment and a $1.1 billion equity investment. So kind of like a buyout or an acquisition, but not quite. It looked a lot like one. Regardless, it's a huge range, and I'll watch this one for sure now. We also have, and you can see these are the two charts here for this one. We also have, let me see. All right. We got James Fierro here today as Capper Shortable. Let me check for you. I got you. Hold on. Here, let me get this out the way. Yeah, I'm still in what am I still in? I forgot. I'm still in Kron here with 50 shares. I forgot about that completely. I'm still holding Kron. I got nauseous on Friday, and I forgot to get out of it. And so I forgot to get out of CRON because I was nauseous on Friday. And so I'm still in it with 50 shares, so I'm not worried about it or anything, but I am still in it. Let me see. It'll be fun. We'll have 3 people trading today. We'll have James, Mitch, and me. James, Mitch, and I, if you want to get proper with it. SYMC also looks good. SYMC. If you look at SYMC here, it's gapping up some. And I've traded this one before. I like the way it moves. Capper. Let me check that real quick for you. My bad. No, Capper is not tradable. CAPR is not tradable for us. So, yeah, a lot of these low floaters aren't going to be tradable for us. Let me see some of these other ones. CRZO is. GLPG is not, unfortunately, which is weird. That one's like $100 and something stock. SYMC, I'm pretty sure is. Yeah, SYMC is. Tesla is. Snap is. AMD is. CGC. SQ. Those are the normal ones that are typically tradable. CROX is, so that's good. Soli is, that's good. So we got some, like I said, SOLY. My main watch is today, SOLY, because this one's moving and this one's a low float parabolic mover, a previous parabolic mover. GLPG I'll probably watch, but it's definitely not my favorite one. We got SYMC and CRZO along with AMD. Those 4 are my favorites. So AMD, SOLY, CRZO, and what was the other one? I said SYMC, AMD, SOLY, and CRZO. Those 4 are my favorite ones. Just because I've traded them before and I like the way they move. Look at SYMC here as well. I have to look up the news for this one. But look at, whoa. Look at I don't know if this is a glitch, but whoa, look at this for SYMC. Wow, what happened? I don't know if this is a glitch or what, guys. Probably bad news. I was watching SYMC, but man, look at this drop. I've never actually been here to see this type of drop live. So this is interesting. It dropped down from 27s or 2650s down to 18s, and now it's at 22s. Man, let's look up the catalyst for this because something's making SYMC go crazy here. On the downside, something must have came out. I don't see any catalyst. It had to be positive data or negative data, right? Because, man, look at that drop, guys, for SYMC. Look at that drop, man. At first, I thought it might be a glitch, but the second candle opened up, effectively confirming it's not a glitch for SYMC. So, That one's interesting. Man, where's the market at? What's the market doing right now? But yeah, look at that for SYMC here. Man, brutal kind of drop there. We'll see what happens. I mean, I'll still watch it, I guess, but I'm not in love with this thing anymore. I liked it because it was gapping up slightly. But man, this thing just took a dive, guys. Well, I'm still going to watch it, but man, like I said, that'll take it off my main watch list now. Yeah, but I'm still watching CRZO. I still think CRZO looks good. SOLY looks good. Bouncing back a little bit. Like I said, apparently I'm holding 50 shares of Kron. I must have fallen asleep. I thought I set a stop loss, but it might not have ever actually hit my stop. My stop must have been at like 55, 54 on CRON, and it just it never actually hit that level, is what I'm guessing. Alright, guys, so let's see what we get. Let me know if you guys see anything else that you're watching. Yeah, like right as I clicked that one, Scott, that thing just took a dive, man, for SYMC. I'm waiting for the news to update in Thinkorswim so I can see why this big dive for SYMC happened. I'm sure there's some reason behind this, but I gotta wait for that news to hit first. So yeah, we can look at SOLY here in the time being, and CAPR, CAPR. Let's see. All right, so we can go ahead and read the overall market news right now. And the overall market news is that U.S. stocks were set for a modestly higher open Monday, which is today. And this is from, before I read this, let me go ahead and give them credit. This is from mtnewswires.com. And so it says, U.S. stock futures were set, or it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were set for a modestly higher open Monday, extending gains from a record-setting rally last week as traders cheered the Federal Reserve's dovish tone. Dow futures rose 0.21%, S&P futures increased 0.20%, NASDAQ futures gained 0.24%. Oil prices nudged higher with global benchmark crude up 0.31% and U.S. West Texas Intermediate up 0.22% recently. After the upbeat data on China industrial production and retail sales. And so slightly higher Wall Street this morning. I'm still not seeing anything for SYMC. Let me know if you see any reason for SYMC to do this. I'll have to look up the news, I guess, online. Let me look. There's got to be some type of catalyst for this today, man. That's a big drop. I'm guessing maybe earnings. It's either earnings. It depends on what kind of company SYMC is. I'm guessing earnings, though. Let me see. Yeah, the last thing I see on Yahoo Finance is from 7 days ago, press releases. Yeah. Let me see what else. Like I said, let me know if you guys see anything, because I don't know why this big drop is happening for SYMC. I'm guessing it's earnings, though. This is what's going on. Okay, so I found the news. Yeah, I found the news. Shout out to CNBC, because that's where I got my news here. So, SYMC and Broadcom ceased their deal for negotiations, is what's happening for SYMC. And so they basically halted negotiations, I guess, over a potential partnership with SYMC, and that is causing this drop, I guess. That makes sense. You know, if they had a potential partnership in the works and they stopped negotiating for that, basically, you know, hanging it up, then, you know, that could be a potential reason for this drop, and that does make sense. And so we'll see. You know, SPY's up over 100 or over 300 in the SPY. CRZO, I just want to see it honestly maintain these gains at this point. Man, it is cold in my house. Yeah, it's talks breakdowns. Yep, they got out of it. Man, it is cold in my house. That's why I'm wearing long sleeves every day, because it is freezing. I gotta go turn the heat up in here because it is just too cold. I'll be right back, guys. It is just too cold right now. My wife is running a tight ship here, and it's just too cold. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Oh, my bad, guys. Apparently, this CRZO is a acquisition. CRZO is the company agreed to be acquired by Callan Petroleum in an all-stock deal. So I honestly don't like it as much anymore for CRZO, just because it's an acquisition and it's not a it's not a momentum play now. It's just an acquisition, which makes me like it less, if I'm being honest. We'll see what Kron does. I might jump out of Kron immediately. I might hold it a little bit and let it work. We'll see. See what else we get. OASM. Yeah, man. Yeah, no stress. Let's see what the scanners show us. Uber. Uber's gapping up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm crazy, but one of my potential ideas is to watch Uber around that time the movie, what's it called? What's the movie that's coming out about the Uber driver? Stuber is the name of the movie. And it got terrible reviews. I wonder when this came out. It came out on the 12th. So that would be today. Well, I mean, it came out on Friday. Thank you. Yeah, so Stuber actually did bad. I'm surprised Uber's honestly gapping up, though. I mean, I know it's Uber movie debuted, but I mean, any more into the culture is not a bad thing, I guess, for Uber. Yeah. I guess so. Diving any more deeper into our culture is a good thing for Uber, I guess, and it's a worse thing for Lyft, because the more popular Uber gets, the less Lyft is gonna have in market share. AMD, keep an eye on that one. I'm gonna see if my wife will do me a favor. Hey, Carol. Hey, will you do me a favor? Will you go put a little bit of milk in this? Like just a little bit. Are the painters here? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Here, it's okay if you wanna. It's up to you. Yeah. You don't have to. Here, give it to me. Thank you. Try to get my wife to get me some milk in my coffee so I can drink it now. Alright. So yeah. Alright, so yeah, what's everybody's main watch? Anna, I saw Anna. Anna looks good. I kind of wanted to see that one. Don't ruin John Wick 3 for me. I haven't seen the second or the third John Wick. I've seen all the other two. I haven't seen the third one, so don't ruin it. LK popping up on the scanners. I know that's, yeah. LK may be good. Kron, AMD, MU. See, everybody's kind of trading like me now. Honestly, it just works. Like, the way I trade just works. Watching microchip and cannabis stocks and shorting them whenever they set up for VWAP fades, it just works. Mitch put out that video about VWAP fades, and it's super true. It's super true. Kron's not looking that hot for me, though. I shouldn't have held this one overnight. I really didn't want to. My goal for Kron right here. Thank you. My goal for Kron right here is my goal for CRON right here was 1410. Like this was my profit target, but I fell asleep, and so I was never actually able to. Yeah, I mean, but so I was never actually able to get down to 1410, or I never was actually able to exit this one because I fell asleep on Friday. Like I said, I've been nauseous lately, and so I was never actually able to get down to. I'm on that desktop. Or no, I'm on a PC, actually. To be honest, I thought they were the same thing. What's the difference between a desktop and a PC? I guess desktop goes on top, like a iMac, and then a PC goes on the bottom. Mine's down there. I have a motherboard on underneath my desk, but it's a Windows. You know, it's a I think I have a Dell Inspiron i7 16 gig. It's either 16 or a 12 gig. Either way, it runs. Okay, yeah, I was confused for a second, man. I was like, I thought I didn't know. But no, it's a desktop. MDR. Yeah, let me see. That's how you're supposed to treat our wives. Please, thank you. You're so nice. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just I've been sick lately, and so my wife's been taking care of me. I've been nauseous. I had a stomach bug. I don't know what it was. It could have been food poisoning. It could have been a stomach flu or whatever it was. But I had that like 23 days ago, so it's been going on over 3 weeks now, and my stomach's just not right. I spend most days nauseous, and that's really why I haven't put out as many videos as I used to. Is because I've just been really nauseous. I've had to lay down a lot. And so with that, my wife's been kind of taking care of me, and so I gotta be nice to her, you know. Yeah, I don't know what I have. Trade off of a MacBook? No way. I have a MacBook. I don't ever use it though. My daughter uses it. We got way too many computers here, but I mean, I have it myself. I have a Lenovo Legion. The new one, the Y545s. So I have a new Lenovo Legion that I just bought like a month ago. So I have the new Lenovo Legion Y545 laptop, and that thing's dope. It can do a lot of stuff, super cool. And then we have a MacBook Pro for my daughter. It's like a 13-inch MacBook Pro. We've got a Amazon Fire tablet. We've got a bunch of stuff. You know, I have this, and then I have another desktop as well that I don't really use. Yeah, CAPR. I mean, CAPR just depends, man. Your friend trades off your... Hey, man, honestly, there's been times where I use the Tefs app, and I trade off the Tefs app, and it works. There has been times that I use the Tefs app and trade off of that, and like I said, it works fine. There we go. I'm seeing Mitch is back. Yeah, I mean, where'd he go? So Tefs actually has an app, and it works surprisingly well. You know, like I've traded. Well, my bad, guys. I've traded off of that app a decent amount, and so it works for sure. Yeah, I can't hear Mitch. Let me see. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. There we go. Look, there's James. I can't hear you guys though, man. I can't hear you guys. Somehow I have it muted. Hold on. Let me fix this, guys. My bad. There we go. There we go. All right. What's up, man? What's up, James? I don't know if you can... Look, we got James here. All right, nice. All right. I gotta figure out how to make this thing bigger now, though, man. I might just throw you guys up today. What's the name of the Tefs app? It's just Tefs. It's T-E-F-S. Like, let me see. I could show you guys on my phone. If you guys could see, I could try to show you guys. Like, look. So you just log into Tefs, and then you can trade. It shows you your buying power. You know, you just go to trade, and it works. You know, it's just like any other trading app, and it works well. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but it works for sure. Will Facebook go higher? I don't know, man. I haven't even been watching Facebook, in all honesty. I gotta figure out how to make this bigger though. Let me switch, and then switch that. No. No. There we go. All right, that actually works. There we go. I got it. I got it. Hey, look, y'all can see James and Mitch here. Look, there's James and Mitch. Mine's Android only. Mine's Android only. Ebro. Mine's Android. What's up, James? I don't know if you can hear me, brother, but what's up, man? He can hear me. Yeah, they're trying to get his mic set up right now. So, yeah, they're trying to get his mic set up. So give it time. He'll be up. There you go. What's up, man? Y'all should be able to share the same mic. Oh, but if y'all are both trading together, yeah. All right. Yep. I just remember, no politics, no religion. Try not to curse. Cursing, yeah, cursing, kind of a gray area, but no politics or religion. you know. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna get everything ready here. What's up, hero? That's right. No emotions either. That's right. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, James? Nice to meet you face to face, brother. What's up, man? Yeah, man. We got James here. Everybody. We'll have 3 people. We got 3 people trading today, so it should be fun, man. I'm kind of jealous, though. I wish I was in Colorado with you guys, man. I gotta make a trip out there for sure. I know what y'all are doing over there, man, and I'm kind of jealous, you know. Yeah, man. Capper starting to spike up here. Capper, look at that one's up to 730s. We can't trade it, but it looks good. I may look to buy a put option on that one, depending on Let me see. Yeah. I don't mind hook either. Yeah, SPY's up slightly today. Yep. See if that holds. Yeah, man. Also, look at SYMC. I was watching. It was actually gapping up, but like right when I was watching it, it had a huge drop. They halted deal negotiations for SYMC, and so it's getting hammered right now. I'm also still holding Kron from Friday. I fell asleep on Friday because I was nauseous, and yeah, it's only 50 shares, so I'm still good, but you know, I'm still in that one. Also, my main watch is actually CRZO. Solid gap up, really obvious levels, and I'm going to look for it to fill some of that gap maybe if it can. That's what I'm kind of looking at for CRZO. But AMD doesn't look bad. Slight gap up because of the overall market as well. CGC, not looking too bad there. Yeah, hero, this is James, one of the OGs from our chat. James and Mitch. Yeah, man. We got Mitch and James here today. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No worries, man. No worries. What's the weather like over there? Is it cold over there? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the right weather. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm in Texas, so I get it. Yeah, man. All right. Let's see. We got. Yeah, CRZO is probably my main watch. It's an acquisition, but it doesn't look bad for sure. PERI maybe? No. Yeah, I'll watch SYMC and then Solly, SOLY. That one's moving. It's technically gapping up, but it's at the very least it's moving. So who is Mitch. You're seeing James right now. That's James right now. Mitch is on the left side, yeah. Oh, they can't hear them. My bad. There you go. Sorry, guys. I had y'all muted, man. My bad. It's a common John mistake.
Common mistake.
Yeah, man. Here, there you go. So this is James, guys. This is James.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
We got Mitch went somewhere, but
Mitch is taking care of Marlon.
Yeah, man. We got 1 minute, guys.
You don't know who I am.
Yeah.
Who's this guy at my house?
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all should be able to hear now, Steve. Yeah, you're good now. All right, guys. We got 1 minute. Let's do this.
Let's get it. Good luck today, everybody.
Yeah, man. Good luck, bro.
Your rules.
That's right.
Cut those losses quickly if necessary.
Yep.
Be smart.
Yep. Tight risk.
Yep.
Big
when you
reward.
abandon your plan is when you lose.
That's right. Tesla's not looking bad, too. I shorted Tesla the other day, and it actually worked.
You've been looking at that a lot, huh?
Yeah, man. Tesla's looking good, man. I mean, I don't know how I feel long-term for it, but, I'll watch it. What's up, Mitch? All right.
What's up?
We got 20 seconds. Let's do it. All right. I'm going to get everything rolling here. I don't think yeah, here. Hold on.
Let's do this. All right. So for hook, I'll be looking for a quick push around this area, 820s, 830s, and then that pullback.
All right.
So whenever I see weak stocks, I expect them bouncing up to resistance and rejecting.
There's the bell. All right. So like I said, I'm in CRON. I don't know whether I'm gonna. It depends on what this one does at the open, but it's a small position either way. I'm just gonna look to ride it out and see if it works. I'm just gonna let this one roll here. I'm already in it, so there's not really much I can do. Let me throw these guys up. My bad. There you go. Now y'all are up.
So the first thing I do is I'm gonna be looking for kind of VWAP fade possibilities. Best shots are the ones that are the highest up.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Right.
Look at Kron, man. Hey, this overnight hold's working, man. That thing's down to 18s now. Let's see if we get it down to 10s.
That's what you want, yeah.
Okay, so that's bullish. You don't have to worry about that. Same thing is probably happening at MU.
The fade?
Well, they'll be up. They're on the plus side right now.
Yeah.
They're holding well.
Mm-hmm.
Look for the VWAP bounce on those. You see how it shows up right there?
Yep.
And you can just start looking at that, calculating in. The real key you want to know is where the bottom is, just in case this thing just goes like, whoop.
Mm-hmm.
But it gives you the possibility. This is not too bad of an entry, but the problem is it's doing that push that. So it's trying to get up here.
It's trying to get up there.
And then it will decide if it gets enough volume.
Yeah, watch that video last night.
All right.
All right, there's 06.
Cannabis
Kron's actually
sector.
looking good, man.
Cannabis
yeah, man.
sector.
I got lucky, I think, with that one, man. I was holding 50 shares. I'm up like $14 in it. I got lucky. But I'm going to let it keep working, man. If this thing keeps dropping, I'll probably take a little bit off just to cover a little bit here. And then I'm just going to let this last little bit work. Easy trade. I mean, not a bad little accident trade here. I'm just going to hold the rest probably maybe for the remainder of the day. It just depends on how much buying power that takes away from me. But not a little 50 share trade on accident. I'll take it. Look at AMD, though. AMD's pulling up. Maybe a VWAP bounce there if it could pull back to like 43. Maybe. Snap might be a VWAP fade. And I might look for Kron for a VWAP fade, too. And so I'm already holding a little bit. Maybe I'll add to it if it pulls up to 17. Since I've already made some money. And then just keep that 21 risk, maybe. Maybe that 21 risk or that 23 risk. Doesn't look bad. What's CGC doing? CGC's down as well. So yeah, I'm not hating Kron here.
AMD.
Yeah, if AMD could pull back to like 46, you could use a risk level of like 40. Pretty tight risk, but small range.
Taking advantage of all of Mitch's screens, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's got a nice setup there, man. He's got a killer setup.
Yeah, most of the times I don't have to change symbols.
Because this is your main trading screen.
And I could just look around after there.
Beautiful.
All right, so there's O2s here for Kron. I never got the chance to really add to it for the VWAP fade, but I'm just going to hold this little position I held over the weekend. We also got, like I said, AMD's up there too at the VWAP. Kron's still looking solid though. I mean, if Kron can get back up to 14.15, that 14.21 risk, so 7-cent risk isn't looking bad. CGC pulling back a little bit. I'm just gonna let Kron work, I guess. AMD doesn't look bad for a bounce play. Yeah, it's just got to pull back a little bit more to $0.50 maybe, but it doesn't look bad for a little bounce play there. Maybe it might bounce a little bit early, but it doesn't look bad. SQ2. Here goes CGC pulling back. It could get up to the fade. You could use that opening range as your risk. So you got like a, let's see, what is that? 10. And so you have an 18-cent risk versus a 30-cent reward, 35-cent reward. Not bad, about 2 to 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get out of Kron here just because, I mean, I'm only holding 25 shares. Took a little trade, not a bad little overnight accident trade. I'll try to add back to it if it bounces back to 14.10. Yeah, there goes the AMD bounce.
Yep.
All right, guys, we'll look for TIVA to bounce to 878.
Is it low? Is their voice low? Oh. So yeah, I'm looking at Kron here because now for Kron, you can use that low of the opening range, which is something I talk about a lot as your risk. You use this 14-16 level, so your risk is like 7 cents. Right there.
57.
Yeah, there goes AMD. AMD did bounce well. I thought it might bounce a little bit early, but it just bounced off of that $0.50. Look at SQ. It's kind of setting up for a big fade, but I don't know if I like it just because it's a big pullback. Roku, same thing. Roku might be a fade.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, it looks good.
There goes CGC. Right at the VWAP.
All right, give it a second here.
I'm really starting to look at CGC here. It's about a 20-cent risk. I don't hate it. I might take Kron, though, because it's already up there.
All right. I got a quick trade here. Trying to get into Square. Risk is 82.45.
All right, we're getting a squeeze on CGC, so I don't know if I like Kron as much, but yeah, I like the pullback on Square now. Roku's pulling back too. CGC squeezed up though. I'm debating on whether I want to take Kron now.
All right, covering 300 there.
Looks good.
Now we'll look for the bounce. We might add into this bounce.
Yeah, I think Kron and CGC are just squeezing up a little bit too much now. Glad I didn't take them. Roku's right up there.
We got $60 already.
There we go.
Open range.
Kron looking good. Leaving.
Yeah, Kron just went right up to my risk here. So my risk in Kron would have been 14.15, but it went right up. I mean, it confirmed it, but it just squeezed over it just now on the ask. And so I think
covering there, guys. 82s. Now we got $97. 100 shares left. Just let the rest of it work.
Yeah, that one looks good.
Good, almost $100 trade. Easy trade there. 500 shares.
Nice job, bro. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of the cannabis plays squeeze up. Look at CGC. It pulled a red to green. So that's the only reason I didn't get in Kron, because CGC is squeezing up. But I like that one on SQ. Roku actually Roku faded nicely as well. Roku actually had a really nice fade too.
Square is very directional,
Mm-hmm.
so when it picks a direction, it usually has a tendency of pushing
Sticking to it.
a big area in that direction, as you see the daily chart.
Yeah.
And when it's bullish, it's pretty bullish, and when it's bear, it
goes down.
crashes.
Sure.
Yep.
And
You
that's why we
trading
like
today,
trading
James?
Square.
Yeah.
You actually trading, James, or are you just watching?
I'm doing a little bit of both.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trading with us. Nice.
My
There we
my
go.
daughter spilled milk on the carpet at the B&B we were at this morning.
Mm.
So it was a little bit of a hectic mess.
Drama. Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
get it, man.
You know how it is, bro.
Yeah.
That early morning drama. You know.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
trying
man.
to-
My son's 5, dude. So when he gets something in his mind, he is just not having it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's it.
It's just drama. It's just drama.
It's until they get it, it's drama.
Right. Yep. So.
All
luckily
right,
he's
I
gotten a
missed
little bit
my
better.
exit there. I wanted to get out there at the 81.40, but I'll be looking forward to get near that pricing again. I can take that. It's not a bad trade at all.
Look at CRZO. I'm gonna look at this one for a pullback to the VWAP. But no, that was a nice trade on SQ. I like the low of the day test here. It might test that low of the day. Also, look at Roku's fade. Looked really good too. I'm looking at Snap, SNAP. But yeah, these cannabis stocks are just a little too squeeze-ish right now.
All right, guys, about to cover in Square.
Here, let me throw you up here. My bad. Here.
Yeah, it's just hanging out. The spread's a little bit big. That's why I'm giving it a second to see if the spread can drop down for me.
There you go.
Yeah, spread's being a little bit tight there. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get out here in the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the right move. I think it's good. It could squeeze out.
Yeah, it's in the probably squeeze there. I tried to get out there. It's just the spread's really what's affecting it right now. I'm holding break even for the rest right now.
Okay.
If it pushes
might
up
fade
to
off.
break even, then we'll get out.
Yeah, I mean, it might fade off the VWAP here, you know. But
And this is what we're seeing right now.
yeah.
So we're okay with the 82.20. Just can't get up past that 20.
There it goes.
Hand on the trigger. You see that rejection right there?
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to see.
There you
There's
go.
a reason why we were looking at that level. Instant
See.
rejection from that level.
Roku's dropping too, so this one could follow suit.
But definitely should have been able to take profit there. A little slow on the trigger there. Would have been having already $160 versus a $100 trade. It's a big difference. That extra $60
For sure.
is why I hold that 100 shares and try to get that maximum gain. But you have to be ready to take it at the low of the day. Have that order out.
There you go. It's looking much better now. Yeah, that it could fade again here. It's just.
I think it'll do another fade. It's just a matter of will we get squeezed in a little bit. So.
Hey man, with a
Trying to
big
take
range
quick
stock
stock.
with a big range stock like this, and especially considering Tef's commissions are so cheap, don't be afraid to take 50 shares too. You know, take 50 shares off, bank some more, man. Build up some, and then you can really let that last little bit work. See if it can break the low of the day. I mean, I know you know what you're doing. I'm just giving you my kind of take on it.
100 shares is just kind of my limit there. Any lower than that, I mean,
Right.
I have to wait all day.
but it's range in 80 cents or so. Like even the VWAP down to the low, that's an 80-cent range. So it's a big range regardless. You know.
Hey, I risked 25. I want to grab that maximum gain. We're looking to get that gain right here.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
okay with the $97 I already have. So
Yeah, man. It's a
let's
good
just
trade
let
for
the
sure.
trade work.
I like that one too for sure. It was a good trade. I like CRZO. If CRZO could pull back to 1140, that one looks good too. I almost took Snap, but I just hesitated with it. Kron's still testing those highs.
Yeah,
Let me see.
I was just looking at the same one. Still trying to work its way back up.
Yeah, man, pulling some red to greens for sure. It looks like they're trying to at least. If they could, if Kron can break over that previous high of the day,
Yeah.
then hold that area of support, it looks good. I think. Let me see.
If it can hold that support.
Right. Here, wait. Let me throw you guys back up. There you go. Here, there we go. How does that work, guys? You should be able to see them well now. Yeah, look at CGC. CGC pulled a nice red to green move. So I think I got lucky with my trade on Kron, and I just got out at the right time before it squeezed up because.
All right, guys. It's just hanging out. I'm going to take it off and focus on another trade.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
can
trade, man.
see it bouncing there. Coming back up, testing the triple top. If it triple tops and rejects, I might get right back in and slam it back down. But
Right.
I'm going to let it come back up here and test this resistance, see what happens in this price range.
Yeah, man.
Sounds like a good plan, bro.
Yeah.
Not a
Good
bad
trade.
$133.
Good
Yeah, man.
trade.
Started off the day.
Let me throw you back up here. There you
I'm
go.
seeing red to green in the cannabis sectors, so you can look for
Yeah,
the
man.
VWAP bounce in that play. One of our best favorite plays is the
One of
VWAP
my
bounce
favorites as well.
after the red to green.
Oh,
Absolutely
yeah,
love
man.
those plays.
They work super well. It took me, honestly, because you guys know me, like I'm almost solely a VWAP fade trader. Like I love VWAP fades. It just works. You know, the VWAP fade works, and it took me a long time to gain the confidence in the VWAP bounce. But for sure, man, the VWAP bounce definitely works, and it's one of those where sometimes the market's just not trending in your favor for a short, and so when it's not and the market's trending up, then you can attack those bounces, and they work really well. You know. Look at INFY for a possible VWAP bounce too. Look at Tesla. Tesla faded as well. Snap did too, so I missed those. I sound Jamaican? Yeah, man. No, I'm just from the South. I've had people tell me I sound I sound like I have a New Jersey accent. I've had people that tell me I sound like I have a New Jersey accent. It's probably Cajun. It's probably a little bit of a Cajun accent mixed with the Southern accent is what it is, really. Because I'm originally from Louisiana, and so that's probably the accent you hear. But yeah, Snap doesn't look bad. AMD squeezing back up too. AMD's back up there. I might look at INFI for a bounce. It just depends. CGC bounced nicely too. CRZO doesn't look bad. Alright, so I'm kind of waiting for CRZO and I'm looking at INFI. I'm looking at INFY here. Day Trader, man. I haven't even mentioned them, man. Did I mention them today? I don't think I did. I think you're just trying to hate, brother. So, but yeah, man. INFY doesn't look bad though, for sure. If we can get it down to 1150s, I'll take it. But it has to get down to 1150s. Maybe 1148 for a risk, for a 5 or 6 cent risk. Doesn't look bad for that one. CRZO, if it pulls back to 1130, I'll consider that one too. Tesla too. If Tesla pulls back to 247.50s, I'll take that. And then Roku as well if it can pull back. But we're getting a lot of drops. I just got to wait for some of these. Yeah, AMD doesn't look bad. It's just AMD failed that second bounce, and that's the only thing where I'm a little bit skeptical of it now at this point. But yeah, Day Trader, like I said, man, I didn't even mention them today. I don't think I've posted. Nightbot might post their links, but I don't think I even mentioned them today, man. So I don't know how you think I sound.
All right.
Like
We'll be looking for one last bounce square, somewhere near 82.20s, where we can risk right above that. And we'll look to take this down.
Yeah, I like that 1125 risk for SQ. I use OBS, Danny. It's a recording software called OBS. It's free.
All right, having an limit order out 82.15s. If it bounces, it fills me. It does. If it fades here, then we just gotta let it go. See how it's rejecting off that 82.20.
Yep.
Been calling out that price, seeing it reject every time.
Every single time, man.
So now we've gotten that down one, up one, down two, up two, down three, up three. From there on, it can't get past that 82.20. That's the squeeze is smart. So now we just want to see it bounce in that area so I can risk right above it.
Yeah, man. I like that one. You got a lot of confirmation in it too now.
Yeah, tons.
And the SPY helping us clearing out, hitting the low. Look for big greens at the open to turn red, and the opposite, big reds to switch around.
Yeah, for sure. SPY actually kind of looks like it faded a little bit. Not quite, but didn't look bad.
AMRN, looking good.
I'm considering INFY for a bounce. Tesla's
This has been on a watch for at least 2 weeks. This stock, AMRN, has been doing really well.
Yeah, that was some beautiful fades this morning on AMRN.
Yeah, man. It looks good for sure. We'll just see. I'm considering INFY, but AMRN has been a little bit better to me lately than it used to be. I used to hate that stock, but it just faked me out. Right, it faked me out so much. But that first fade today on AMRN actually looked really solid. That one looked good for sure. I'm kind of looking at Tesla here too. But it's got to get up a little bit more. And still kind of looking at INFY. The problem with INFY is the range. After I analyze the range of it, it's just a little bit too tight there. AMD maybe pull back as well. But with SQ, I mean, if it can get up to the VWAP, SQ looks solid. I think that's the one y'all were talking about too.
Yeah, it's fading out there. I think it strong enough bounce and wanted to be close to that 82.20. There's no point in risking 40 for 40 cents gain. All right, we'll let SQ go, but it was a good trade.
Kind of looking at Snap. Right now, it's between two stocks I don't typically trade. It's Snap and Tesla. They're both kind of pulling back to the VWAP. Snap, I could use that 1150 risk, but I would have to get in at 42, and so my risk would be 8 cents, and then my reward would be 42 down to 27, so not quite 2 to 1. That's the biggest thing for it. Aside from that, CRZO was another one I'm watching. Let's see. Unless I could use a different risk level of like 46 as my risk, maybe 47. Doesn't look bad.
I'm looking at EMPH here, bounce. I'm looking for the VWAP fade. The only thing I'm not liking is the amount of volume. They came in at 940.
All right, so I'm in with 150 shares of Snap. I'm going to add to it as it moves back to the VWAP. A very tight range stock. I'm just trying to give it that chance if it works out. Also, Roku is another one I'm kind of looking at. AMD for a possible bounce play as well. I don't hate on AMD. All right, I added another 150 to Snap. Full sizing is 300. Gonna try to let that one work and fade down maybe to that 1530 level. Take profits along the way. We'll see if we can keep the green streak going. Last week I didn't have one losing day, so we'll see if we can keep that moving here. But luckily with that cron trade, I built up a little bit of profits on that one. And so even if this one goes against me, I'll still have some green. Looking at Roku, and SQ's back up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust SQ now.
getting a squeeze up, it seems, in the market. Is that what we're getting? No?
See how important that 82.20 is for square? If it gets above that and holds, we'll see that push.
So far, I've been rejected 3, and looks like I'm gonna be a 4th time.
Yep.
All right, there's 45s for snap. I just got to be pretty, strict with my risk here. It's still got some room, though, and it has some resistance above. Look at Roku here, guys. Roku's not looking bad. Just depends here. I have to set a risk of like 85s. All right, there is 48s here. I got to be pretty strict with this now. That snap is up. I'll give it some time to test, but either way, gonna try to let it work.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll try to make it. This one could reject, but CDC got hit too hard on the last 3 days. That's why we're seeing that bounce back. Trying to find a good level to.
Yeah, they got hit hard.
That.
My mom and dad have a position in that.
So square looks good. You got that rejection, 82.20. At least you have a good risk spot. The real key is the SPY hasn't decided if it wants to just really break down today. It's hanging down at the support and keeping down there, collecting some volume. I think we need to give it a little bit. Let the SPY pick a direction, and then we can start nailing another trade here.
All right, this is kind of the make or break it moment with snap here. I tried to give it some time.
What's it gonna do?
It's at 48, but if it breaks the $0.50 here, I just gotta jump out of this thing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out there. 15 or no, must have been a $30 loss. Yeah, $31 loss, which is totally fine. I'm only down $15 on the day now, but once it breaks that level here at 51. Then I just can't risk that anymore.
All right, we'll look for reject in MU.
Look at a Tesla squeeze up, so probably a good thing I didn't take that one either. I'm still looking at Roku with an 83 risk, but it's just about where I can set my risk reasonably well. You've lost an account with AMRN? Yeah, man. That one used to be sketchy for me.
I don't know why. I like that, baby.
I don't know, man. I just can't. I don't know. There's just certain stocks, like, as you grow as a trader, there'll be certain stocks that you trade really well, and there'll be certain ones that you just don't. For a long time, that was one that I just did not trade well. I still doubt my accuracy is super high with it, even now, but... Yeah, Snap. We're getting a lot of squeezes up, a lot of fake outs for phase, really, for Tesla, Snap. We'll see what Roku does, but that's what I got out of Snap there. Later, Wheel. Have a good day, brother.
All right, for right now, not much to trade. Looking around and waiting for things to come back. Or set up a good pattern. I feel like the SPY's playing games right here at the bottom. Going to give a hard bounce back on the next 15-minute candle in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, what a difference in 15-minute format.
Just calms it down. One of the biggest things that I say is, especially if you're trying to decide trend, it shouldn't be a quick decision. You want to use a bigger time frame and really know where the stock's heading versus where it's trying to get you to react. 1 minute, 5-minute charts are made for day traders to kind of have that reactionary measure. I know you guys see it where you see those 1 minute spikes, you jump in or you get out of the trade.
What's that reaction they're getting at you?
And that's what they're trying to feed on a 1 minute and 5 minute. Jump on your emotion.
Yep. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a squeeze up here for Roku. I'm starting to consider it now. Let's see. If I do take it, it's going to be a small trade. Yeah, but I just got to watch it a little bit closer here. I don't want to get squeezed out of this one.
Well. ACB holding well.
All right, I'm in Roku here with 50 shares. Maybe going to consider adding to it. Going to keep that 85 risk.
I like that. Okay, so this is one pattern.
Oh yeah.
One minute pattern, right? Then you gotta understand. A lot of times on the 1 minute, it'll create another 1 minute pattern. This is the next one. This is a long pattern. 3 attempts. 1, 2.
Yep.
You want to see this candle close, make a hard move to 82, then we can get in it and short off that 82.20. If it just pushes the basket,
Let it go. Walk away.
hands off. Or you can look for the VWAP bounce as it pulls up
Mm-hmm.
and comes back to that 82.
82. Take off from there.
Mhm. All right. All right. In there with 500 shares, 82 tenths.
You're in something?
Yeah, square.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw you up a
This
little
is
bit.
82.20.
Yeah, I'm in Roku short here as well with the 83 risk, but we're getting a little bit of a squeeze. Like I said, got to keep that 83 risk. We'll see if it can maintain underneath
It's a
it.
square squeeze. Look for volume to fill here.
What's your risk in SQ?
Above 20s. If I see above 20s filling, I'm out of there. We've seen those 20s reject enough to know that that's the level that we have to respect, no matter what. All right, it's going to look good for us. It's going to make it or break it right here. As a push up. It's 25 on the ass. See if it fills.
Yeah, I see that.
It's 23. It's filling.
Yeah,
Gotta
Phil.
be careful to get out.
All right, so Roku's battling the $half, and I just gotta hold through. Like I said, risk is about 80, so I'm risking. Let me see, risking about $30 on this trade. Not a bad risk, but gotta be pretty strict with my exit at 85.
Same thing with me. I have a spread, 5 cent spread there, 82 by 82.25 or 23. I can't let it get back to 25. The spread splits. Sometimes you have to risk a little bit more, and so you got to understand the spread. Give yourself a little room and share size.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of fake outs for phase today, is what I'm noticing. Like Tesla did. Let's see what else. Snap did. Cron did. All right, we're getting pretty close to my exit here. It just tested it, but we gotta be pretty strict with it, like I said. So it's at.
And now we want to be really strict with that 82.20. Okay, sweep right back up.
AMD squeezing up too. All right, there's my risk. We can let it test, but hands over the cover button.
Same thing here. All right, gotta get through this final rejection.
Oh yeah, nice little squeeze up on AMD, Johnny. Look at that.
Yeah, man, I see that one. That one looks good.
It's holding. We talked about that this morning.
Yep.
That was the leader in the technology and was going to show us this kind of the trend in that sector.
All right, I'm out. So about a $35 loss, maybe. Yeah, $36 loss. It's okay. We're just getting some squeezes for fades today. The SPY might actually fade, but we're just getting a lot of fake outs. Like I saw one with Snap was the other one that I got faked out on. So
Yep.
That's your word right there. Now you just gotta respect that. 25 show back up.
That's it.
here, let me throw you guys back up. Hey, appreciate the sub, Junior. Thanks, bro. You got that MMA fighter's name, huh? If Tesla bounces up, Tesla might be good here too. The SPY's actually looking okay for a fade.
I'd love to see the SPY fade.
Yeah, it might. I mean, it's up there.
There you go. Looking great for us now. Hands off the trigger. Let's see if this plays down through.
Yeah, I mean, if Tesla bounces up, that's the only other one I'm going to even consider taking at this point, just because I think the green streak might be over today. I don't know. Every time I say that, I always end up trading again and trying to come back. Probably taking too much risks after that.
Right.
But
So now we're looking for the hit the ad here. There you go. Good flush down there. All right, guys. Gonna cover 200 shares on this breakdown here. I know it's gonna hold for a second here. You gotta hold a second because it's not worth it to take the profit right here. You need it to break these first. Expect that bounce right here. That's why I use my 9 EMA.
Yeah.
Once I'm in a stock, you can kind of keep the trend for me. The trend is above it, right?
Yeah, you can see it perfectly.
Yeah. So now you see the weight get
Yep.
pushed down on there. That could actually been the spot where you take the bigger swing. You expect the bounce, so you put the order out right there on the 90 EMA. And you know that if you get filled there, your average is right there anyways. So you can risk right above it on this candle.
yeah, the SPY might actually fade here, so that might be good for y'all.
Yep, it's looking good for me. All right, just to make it a great day, we're gonna cover right there. 300 shares, give ourselves $164.
There it is.
And then no matter what, now we can hold to that risk. We can even hold to that 82.20 if we need
82.20,
to.
yep.
Or we get this flush down that we were looking for. Now we're looking great. Now we can look for a move to 60s or 70s and take profit.
Yeah, that one looks good. Nice job, bro.
Nice trade again, brother.
Just battling, one of the key things is I was able to show James the price action.
Yep.
Right.
And how the price action kept rejecting. And that's what you're looking for. You're no longer looking for the little ticks. Because if you pay attention to the ticks, it fakes you out.
You get caught.
Just understand
Yeah.
the psychology of the stock. If it's rejected off that level continuously, then that level is going to be a squeeze spot. So you can actually risk right on it. You want to get close,
Right.
but you don't want to be too far from that spot because when it squeezes through, it's going to be more 20, 30 cent squeezes on you.
Yep.
So as long as you can keep it tight, there's no problem with risking off that level now.
Right, that's what it's one. It actually works really well. It's one of those things like for Tesla right now, for instance, it's kind of the same, a very similar thing to SQ, where you see it put in a super obvious high right there, and like you see it put in a really obvious high, and then it gets really weak after that. You could risk off of that high all day, because if it breaks that high, it could squeeze up. So you got to be strict with that high. But a lot of the times, if it puts in a really kind of obvious high like that, and then it gets rejected, it's going to be a little rangy after that, and so it'll come back down to the low. And you can just keep banking off of that lower the day range move, that it typically pulls in, if that makes sense.
This one's interesting. So EMPH is doing a VWAP fade on a 5 minute, not the 1 minute.
All right, we're going to look at Tesla if you
Oh,
can get
yep,
up
look at
to
that.
the whole dollar. We'll consider
All
Tesla
right.
here.
There's a strong reversal candle there on square, so you just got to be really tight with your limit. Understand where's the kind of pattern rejection. Where is it going to start looking like a bullish pattern versus a bear pattern? And that's going to be above that 82.16 mark. The downward trend line lets you know once it breaks through it with a good amount of volume, you just want to see it hold that level. So it's right above here, right there, that level. As long as you don't see kind of a reopen, strong push towards that area, and you can just hands off still.
All right, so I got in Tesla with 25 shares. Like I said, I'm going to look to add to this one. It's kind of the same type of move. I'm really risking off of that previous high of the day at 23. And so I'm risking like 25, 30 bucks in this one. So we'll see if it works.
I like Tiva at 857s, 860s. Also like EMPH at 1960, risk off at 1970. Okay, so now we saw that same candle that we need to kind of be weary about. We don't want it to break over 82.06 with good volume. All right, guys, got to be careful there. Trying to get some volume in that same level I just talked about. It's the 82.06. You see how it kind of just fulfills?
That's it.
So now we definitely don't want to see anything go to the 82.06 and fill on the time and sale above that. So it could show up on the ask end, and that's fine as long as you don't see that filling. You see how it flipped to 82.07?
Yep.
The reason. It knows that that's the pressure spot, so it went 1 cent over, trying to grab some volume there. Got to remember, the market plays both sides, doesn't it? It's not directional.
Not at all.
It's our trades that are going through, and
that's why we set up a plan.
The direction.
Yeah, you're getting flushed down there.
You can tell instantly there that we got a great entry on this. We're still sitting in the green, and we put ourselves in the right position to get a big win.
Yeah.
And now you just let it go.
Just let it work.
Exactly. Worst comes to worst, it comes against us, and you close it, and you celebrate the day.
Yeah, we'll be all right because we know exactly what we're looking at.
2 great trades.
Every level.
1 trade that didn't complete the maximum game. And that's fine.
That's fine, man.
Yeah.
There'll always be another.
Right.
But you can get reactions like that.
Yep.
Quick
reaction
off that 82. Now you're just feeling comfortable. You really could add to this position here. When you become a bigger and more experienced trader, that's when you want to take your swing because you see the price action now. It looks south.
Yeah.
Now you know without a doubt above that 82.06.
For sure.
You need to get out.
Yeah, for sure. And there it is.
You love the confirmation too. The confirmation is super solid, and that's what that's what we really take advantage of. Even with Tesla, like look, I'm in Tesla right now. So like James, if you look at Tesla, even it put in that really obvious high. I always short into these bounces. Very similar to thing to SQ, like what Mitch is doing here with SQ.
From today on that square set up beautifully.
Yeah, man. It just puts in those really obvious highs that you can risk off of. All right, so I'm in Tesla. Might take it off and then add back to it on a bounce here for a little scalp trade. Here, let me throw them up real quick.
Trying to bounce here. I wanted to let it wash down. I wanted 75s, but it had 80 on the ass side. Give me a second here.
There's 15s for Tesla. There's 7s.
I don't
want to cover here.
the whole dollar of 82, guys. Above the whole dollar of 82, we're gonna be really careful.
All right, so I covered on Tesla here because it reached the low of the day. I'm going to look to add back to it on any subsequent bounces back up to that whole dollar of 247. Maybe consider adding some back to it here, depending on how much it bounces. SQ's honestly looking solid right there too. I like that rejection.
There you go.
The SPY faded too.
Boom.
There
All
we
right,
go.
we just took some more at 76, which is where I wanted to take it. 75, 76. We'll take that.
It's lining up perfect.
Now we have $196 for the day. We can just let the rest of it work. See it get down to 81.40s. If not, we could just break even on the rest,
Let it work.
Yep.
and that'll be the work for today.
Looks great.
Good job, guys.
Yep,
Nice
that's the
job.
work.
Good work, brother.
That's how we do
That's
it.
right, man.
I love it.
So now y'all are chilling right now, man.
Yeah, we're chilling, man.
Chilling.
Y'all made money, man. Y'all are just hanging out.
Yep. Time to
But
use
it
that
works.
money.
Like the
Right?
it's
Now it's
very-
time to go use that money.
Yeah, man. But no, like Mitch and I trade a little bit differently. But one thing that we do very similar is we look for confirmation in those rejections. Like once you get those rejection confirmations, you can just risk off of those levels all day.
For sure.
And they're just
Price
super obvious.
action.
Like while y'all were in that one, I took this Tesla trade, and it's the same thing. Like I can
Yeah.
risk off of that previous high all day, and then just cover at the low of the day, and just
We
rinse
talked
and
about
repeat
this
that.
in the latest VWAP video, where I clearly state how in the summer market we've been getting a lot of these resistance to support moves. Same thing for the long side, support to long moves. You'll get those stocks that are really bullish looking pre-market. They'll just come right back down to a solid support. If you use an actual 5-minute or 15-minute, you're going to see these support lines just holding up. You know, the 1 minute is going to look very bearish for a second or two, and then you'll see that sweep right back up off the support with big volume at the bottom, coming right back up through the VWAP, collecting more volume at the VWAP, giving it all that momentum to push through the high of the day.
Yeah, you got to cancel the stop loss, Jordan, if you want to be able to get in anything else, man.
Yep.
Or to put in another order on that one.
All right, so now we're getting to the point where we really don't want to put anything up at risk.
All right, so I'm back in Tesla here. I'm back in Tesla. Again, this one I'm trading it a little bit differently. I'll probably use like a risk level. Or I'll maybe consider adding into this one as it moves back up. But I'm just looking to range bound this one as well.
Now, one of the things one of the things I'm looking at is that was the breakdown, right?
Yeah.
This is what I call a kill candle. This is the big candle that is the importance. Okay, so now you're getting that one move, two moves, and starting to play that game. Okay, that's that third up.
Yeah.
You don't even want to see it that way.
No.
82. But one of the biggest things is definitely that 82.17 you have to respect no matter what.
For sure.
From that point on. So if you want to give yourself a little bit more risk with the last little shares, you can even put it to that point. Some traders like to do that. They feel that they've already hit this. They're just going to let it completely go.
They're just gonna let it go.
Okay. You can either decide if you want to be a range trader or you want to hit home runs. Range is always going to be higher accuracy.
Yeah.
The other one's going to get you bigger wins, but bigger swings. You have to know how you are emotionally.
Yeah.
If you're a guy that with the emotions, the big losses really get to you, then maybe the range trades are going to be better because you're going to have that tighter, less emotion tied to it.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure, dude.
All right, there you go. Getting that move down through the 60s. This is where you got to be patient. Everyone wants to cover here.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like you need to.
It feels like you almost have to cover. Yeah.
But this is when you have to understand that your system
is where that
tells you
patience comes
down
in.
here.
You let the chart tell you what
Exactly
to do.
where to take.
Exactly.
It's okay to take quick profits at the first support.
For sure.
It's not okay to take it in between the first and the second. You got to give yourself a chance to actually get the gain that you were looking at in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, because it's going to be a big difference. This 37 is going to turn into $70 extra with 100 shares. and that's a big difference right there.
Capper for a fade. Let me see APR. Yeah, Capper looks kind of like a rejection. This looks like
two is now you're
a
not
VWAP rejection a little bit more. Jordan.
Yeah.
What's going to be better for you is to stick to this trade and get $70, and versus getting to another trade and risk another $50 or $60. It's not worth it to you anymore. You're at such a position of strength. The only thing that can get you in now is a perfect pattern. Look for perfect patterns. After you got in that great trade, you definitely don't want to ruin it with a bad.
I added 25 shares, and I'm gonna just risk off of this
triple rejection.
50 level.
You see it going
in a direction.
Triple rejection, and you see it going in a direction. So we can look at what possibly.
But ideally, we want to see a breakdown here.
See if it can make sense of this.
EPH, yeah.
I would agree. Get that kind of slow move up.
We're risking off of this right here.
Right off 1970, and that gives you a tight risk, and you can nail this right back down to where
tight risk with a nice reward. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what you're always looking for. As long as you can see it geometrically, that's always going to help you, and you can be able to find the better looking patterns.
Yeah, hell yeah. And it works kind of the opposite too, because like I said, I'm more of like, I do a little bit more of bounce plays and trade somewhat the opposite of what you guys do, but I also do short trades.
No, but
when they're there, when the chart presents that opportunity,
right,
like SQ did today.
If you see it, man, if it's there, then risk reward's good.
Yeah, and today we know if you wanted to look at long, the only really possibilities, at least from my charts, are going to be
AMD,
and then
which is right up on my chart right here.
Reversed. And so you can look for reversals.
Yeah, Cron and CGC had that dip off the low.
You see how APHA works its way, but slower. It's a lagger in the industry.
Yeah, definitely.
Tighter range, easier to trade though. You guys got to remember, tighter range doesn't mean it's harder to trade. It means it's easier.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm getting close to getting squeezed out of Tesla here. I like the move first. I still don't mind the risk. I might have jumped in this one a little bit early, if I'm being honest. And so I'll try to let it test here, but ideally we want to see a rejection right here, and it's getting pretty close to stopping me out. We'll see. Like I said, I think I might have jumped in this one early because really I'd like to risk up here, but I think I took too big of share size and jumped in a little bit early. That's what I think I did, which is okay. Either way, I'm all right, but just got to be honest with myself about what the chart is telling me and not what I want to happen. You know what I mean?
All right, guys, taking one more trade here. EMPH. Risk is 1970. Willing to add at 1960.
Which one did you mirror, though? I mean, if you mirrored the first one, that one's good. This second one's probably not that good, but yeah. It just depends. The first one would have been a nice mirror, but yeah, today I'm not doing that hot. Last week was a great week. I didn't lose one day last week, and so I just gotta, I can't win every day, and I have to remind myself that. You know what I mean? And like that's the biggest thing that'll get you. You'll get really comfortable in trading, and you'll win a bunch, and then you think you have to win every day now, and so you'll kind of take too much risks. And so I'm just trying to kind of reel it in, not go crazy.
Smart.
Accept a loss if it happens, and not force anything.
All right, switching my screen to EMPH here.
All right, I'm out.
Here.
We got SQ. SQ looks like a good rejection. But yeah, like I said, I'm probably going to hang it up for the day. I can feel myself kind of forcing stuff and trying to win back these losses. And so first red day in 6 days. And so I'm probably going to hang it up.
No worries, brother.
Yeah, man. I'll stay on the stream, especially considering James is here. But
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. No stress, bro.
Oh, wait, the camera's right here. I'm pointing in the wrong direction. I'll look at EMPH.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Felix, so you mirrored the first one and lost? The first one was solid. The second one was,
AMD
There's
made a new high today.
rejection possibility for MU. Biggest thing is we're seeing the SPY keep doing fades, right? So we want to see it hold that VWAP. We don't want to see it just start holding up there above 380. Risking $50 here for EMPH. I got no problem with that risk. Could make a good extra $100-$200 here. See what happens here. Good rejection, slow rising, rejecting off VWAP twice, 3 times on that last 1960 move. That's when I jumped in.
Yeah, my last losing day was on the 5th.
Missed that AMD. VWAP bounce right there.
Yeah, AMD.
Broke right through. Yeah, broke right through that.
10. Yeah, I mean, this
I gotta
is my
get
first...
me some more screens, man.
Yeah, man. Once you get used to
This
it,
is
it
nice.
sucks too.
I could definitely get used to this.
Purple says, "Bro, just get a job." Yeah, man. I mean, maybe I'll consider that. You gotta love the haters, though, man.
Right?
They're getting so desperate, man. Like I said, it's my first losing day. This is my first losing day in like 6 days, right? But the never fails. The one losing day I have, the haters come out. They're desperate, man. They get desperate.
Go get a job.
They're patiently waiting, man. They're patiently waiting
Just
for those
waiting for
losing
that.
days to happen. And so, hey, man, it is what it is.
All right, let me see if I get this fade here at EMPH.
Maybe Tesla faked me out, too. I think Tesla might have faked me out there, too. I think Tesla still looks good. I think this is the problem with Tesla, and I can recognize this problem, right? It's just like I told James. You can risk off of that previous high right there at 248 all day because it put in so much confirmation there. My problem is that I got in way down here at the bottom of the range, and then I added to it instead of risking off of that previous high, right? But if I would have just kept with the original idea, which is keep at that, use that 248 level as risk because it confirmed it multiple times, and just short at the top of the range and cover at the bottom, I think it would easily work. I think I just, I got a little impatient, which I can recognize, you know.
It happens.
Right. AMD, Wendy Short.
AMD.
You guys are great.
Fade.
Much appreciated. Hey, appreciate it, Robert. Yeah, thanks, brother. Like I said, we got more supportive people here than we do haters. The haters are sometimes just more vocal because, like I said, they're desperate, man. They get desperate, you know.
Hey, they like to show up.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
man.
always say, if you got a hater, you're doing something right.
Right. Like,
Exactly.
without our... I really want to thank them because without them, we wouldn't be anything, you know?
Exactly.
Like, it's kind of the Conor McGregor effect,
We
right?
like the
Some people
haters.
watch... Yeah, some people watch Conor because they really like him as a fighter, but some people like him because they want to see him get knocked out. Regardless, they still watch. Regardless, either
Regardless,
way,
he
they still
getting paid for that
watch.
ticket.
Right. Right.
John, you're
You
one of
know.
those waiting for that knockout, aren't you?
Right. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. And they don't realize, like, that they just motivate me to do better, man. So really, I kind of appreciate them. But look at Tesla drop. It hurts. I can laugh at it though. I can't laugh at it, but man.
Stock. It's one of those stocks I think you have to learn how to scale.
For sure.
And so you take a smaller position until the price action really matches your trend, and then you take a bigger position. I think that's how you have to trade a stock like Tesla. Just really hard to get full directional moves. You're gonna always get bounces, and so with those bounces, if you don't set yourself at a really great entry, you will be in the red for a good amount of time.
Honestly, I kind of like SQ here. If it can bounce up to 82, I kind of like SQ. I'm not going to trade anymore. I got to hang it up. I got to hang it up, but SQ, if it bounces up to the VWAP, doesn't look terrible. Like I said, with that 82.25 risk, that looks solid.
All right, guys, here's that real risk spot that I wanted to reject. So got to be really careful here. Above 70, got to get out.
Oh wait, you're in SQ. Oh no, you're in EMPH. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still in SQ.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, man.
Just letting it work.
Yeah, I might get squeezed out here in EMPH. I'll be at 1 loss for the day, but fingers on the trigger. All right, not a good sign. They're filling in 70s, pushing up to 72. Got to give it a second. See if 72 shows.
Here, I'm gonna throw them up actually. Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
Now we go to 72 level that we need to really play that game with us. See if it comes back to 60 here. Now it's shut. Sometimes you will get rejection level right off the level that you set to get out of.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
Reason is you set it at a good level. You set it at the resistance. Look down. The next minute candle is really important on this. You want it back down to 60. 60 and it starts looking.
What's your risk in that one?
72s.
Okay.
It was originally 70, but when we got to 70 and the ass split up, the range split to 72. I had to hold to that 72. It was sitting on my wrist level and not filling. So I didn't see many shares fill at 70. No big orders, small orders. Okay, so that's looking a lot better for me. At least gives me an ability to understand where's my room, my risk, and if we can start cracking down. Really want to see this get back below VWAP and that hold VWAP because that can give you that kind of VWAP bounce look. APHA, it's a small range, but nice little VWAP bounce there.
APHA.
So with Square, we're still holding. We're looking for that 8140 breakdown. If it doesn't happen and get back above 82, we'll probably just cover.
You are the best. To be frank, I won't trade without you. Hey, man. Thanks, brother, I guess. Man. I mean, hey, we appreciate it, you know. Like, we just try to be, you know. Like, honestly, I don't want people to mirror my trades, right? Because, like, for instance, who said that today? Felix today said that he tried to copy my trades and lost. And I think, I mean, realistically, I think if you watch us, I hate to say this, but if you mirror Mitch and I's trades, you're probably going to be profitable. But you're not going to be able to do it perfectly, and it's not going to be, you know, you want to be able to be independent as a trader, you know. You don't want to copy our trades. You want to come up with your own trades. You know what I mean?
I've traded with plenty of gurus, so I kind of learned how to kind of adjust. You have to learn. Okay, so use your experts' opinions on pre-market to kind of build your plan. But once that market opens, you need to rely on your own skills,
100%.
Your own decisions. And so it's okay to have somebody to trade with, but it's not okay to rely on their every decision. If you do that, it's going to probably come back to bite you.
Definitely.
Yep.
Do your own due diligence. Put in that work.
Right. I mean, if you let me look at my graph. Let me upload. Let me upload my trades.
I mean, I've watched a ton of gurus from you guys to Timothy Sykes,
Yeah, man.
Ricky Gutierrez, and take a little bit from each person.
Right.
But overall, it comes down to what fits you best. Everybody's going to be different. So whatever fits you best, what plan, what,
Right.
like you said, you back test a lot of things, your VWAP phase before do it. Back test whatever strategies you got to do and find that niche that fits you and stick to
Right.
it. Like
Right.
what you guys are doing here, it's working because you're sticking to the plan.
Right.
And that's what it's all about, man. And
100%.
the psychological part too is just got to turn yourself into a little bit of a robot. Don't let the
Right.
emotions take hold of you.
Right.
You start getting frustrated. What I usually do is I just walk away, take a little bit of a break, come back. There's always going to be another.
Right. 100%. 100%. No, my bad,
And
guys.
I do a little bit of the opposite of you guys. I short trades, but I use Thinkorswim, so my platform doesn't have as many shares to shorts on some stocks as Tef's might.
Right.
So I'll look for a VWAP bounce, but still having the relatively same rules for myself, just on a different direction.
Right, for sure. And the VWAP bounce definitely almost cursed. It definitely works. It definitely
You caught
works.
yourself there. That was a nice catch, though.
Honestly, it's y'all. People might watch this stream and think I'm like a goody two shoes. Honestly, I'm cursing all day, every day over here. You know what I mean?
It's hard for me.
Well,
if I was in
it's
Colorado,
the right thing to do on. I've
Right.
seen. Dude, you watch Timothy Sykes on YouTube. He don't stop cursing.
Right.
A lot of other guys, but it's just the right thing to do. Is just keep it professional. We're here to we're here to trade. I mean, we all probably got potty mouth.
Right. We're family friendly.
Exactly.
Come on, John.
Who wants one of them?
Man. Go work, bro.
Couple hundred a day. Keep the real job at bay. Hey, I didn't even make a trade today, but I learned a lot. That's more money. That's worth more to me than the trade.
There you go. All right, guys, taking some off there just to pay ourselves. It's gonna be a smaller trade side, but I'll just let it keep working. Took myself another $20. Not a bad little gain there on EMPH.
That's
It's a good trade. One of those trades that you can add on the bounce to 1960. So what I could do now is I could use that $20.
Hey guys, I know y'all can hear me now. I know the volume's probably much worse. But for some reason, my blue headphone mic stopped working. And so give me 1 second. I'm going to try to get my mic back working here.
To your levels.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened with my blue headphone mic, but something screwed up with my audio, and so I got it working again. I'm not sure what happened there, man. My bad. Let me
No
make sure
worries,
it's back up. Yeah, I should be good now, right, guys? Everything. Can everybody hear me all right? I know Mitch and them can now, but let's see. Say something, Mitch.
What's
Yeah,
up?
that should be good. All right.
Wasabi?
All right. I'm just wondering how long my volume has been out. But yeah, I've been talking to myself.
Talking to yourself?
Yeah, man.
The daily occurrence of John talking to himself.
Always at least once, man. Always at least once.
Just looking at the screen, your mouth moving, but nobody hears nothing.
Yep. Usually the chat will get on to me like, "Hey, bro, I can't hear you."
Yeah, like wake up.
Yeah, man.
Yo, John. Give me that.
All right, let's see if this is gonna hold 8150s here is reject here. If it gets above that, I'm just gonna cover and square. I gave myself a chance for it to really flush down through the 8120s, but it seems like it wants to hold here. Come back to VWAP. I'm not letting it come back to VWAP.
Ryan, so I did actually answer your question. I guess I was muted the whole time. So basically, the biggest thing with answering with call-outs, the biggest thing with call-outs is that, you know, I'm just worried if I take the time to specifically type out every trade I'm in, that I might actually miss the trade. You know, if I instead of entering the position, if I stop and write it down and then, you know, go back to it, I might actually miss the trade. And so that's the only concern I have with kind of writing out call outs. I guess I could do it after. I guess I could do it after I enter the trade. But, you know, again, I mean,
this was a huge...
sometimes a lot of times me, at least me specifically, I'm scalping these type of moves. And so they're very quick trades. And so, you know what I mean? It's kind of hit or miss with me with those type of moves.
The 1 minute. That did not look fun. No.
And so just to, if your volume's out, if you can listen to us, anytime we say fade, it means short, and anytime we say bounce, it means long. You know, but again, I mean, I'm not here for people to copy my trades. Like, I actually feel bad if people copy my trades, especially like losing trades. And
Support.
You know, it just depends. You know, I think like I said, if you watch the stream in the last week, I'm gonna win more than I lose for sure. And so I'm sure you could probably make money copying me, but it's still, you want to be independent as a trader, you know?
All right. We're holding to 1960s with that rest of that EMPH. If it gets above 1960, we'll get out. If it doesn't and rejects here and just comes back down to the day of the low, we'll wait for that 40s to cover a couple more, and then we'll look for a breakdown to 1930s.
Yeah, man. Look at Tesla. Tesla did exactly, like I said, man, that's one of those things where it went right up to that level and I just barely got faked out. But even before I exited the trade, I knew I got in too early because I could have just kept risking off of that 248 level because it confirmed that level a bunch. I just jumped in too early. And look at it. It came all the way back down to 246. So it came all the way back down to that low.
Yeah.
So...
not copying trades, but want to see what you're trading to learn from it. Yeah, for sure. I mean, basic rundown on the way I trade, at least, is I look for fades and bounces on AMD, on cannabis and microchip stocks is kind of my niche in trading. You know, cannabis and microchip stocks mostly is what I look for. Well, we got a little bit of second here, though. If anybody wants to... use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use. I'll post this link here. Some benefits of TradeNet include $14,000 in buying power with their funded account if you're approved for their funded account. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want with a decent amount of buying power, and if you use small sizing, commissions are pretty cheap, all things considered. It also comes with a trading course and chat room for less than $400. And I think the beauty of this is that new traders can get their feet wet in trading without necessarily risking a ton of money. And so if you want to check them out, great way to help support the channel as well. There is a profit split of 70-30, and there is a max loss of 700, and so you're gonna have a max loss, and there is a profit split very similar to a prop firm. But again, I think it's a pretty cheap option for new traders to get their feet wet, trade with decent buying power, actually be able to short stocks, and like I said, have pretty cheap commissions if you use small sizing. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link. Again, though, I think, to put it bluntly, I think most traders are going to lose their TradeNet account as well. And I think that's why you get a lot of hate for TradeNet, is because, new traders don't really understand. They lose their TradeNet account, and then they just kind of blame TradeNet for it. But I think the honest truth is that most new traders are going to lose their account regardless of where they have it at. I think most new traders end up depositing thousands into a regular broker and then losing that. And so I think TradeNet's just a cheaper option. I would rather lose what I pay for an intro package on TradeNet than deposit $2,000 into SureTrader and then lose that. It's just a much cheaper option. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. You can also check out the walkthrough video we have of them, where we do break down their pros and cons. And there are some cons, specifically no penny stocks. Or I'm not going to say no penny stocks, just most penny stocks are not tradable. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post that link here as well. Yeah, and we had somebody here that said that I must work for TradeNet, and I think it's pretty obvious I don't. If I worked for TradeNet, I don't think I would be bringing attention to some of their flaws, and I still think it's worth it, and I think it's a pretty good deal, and it's cheap starting kind of bundle for traders. But yeah, I definitely don't work for TradeNet. I post links for them, so maybe I'm biased. Do your research, but So basically, I think most people get approved as long as they take the course that comes with it. So a lot of times they'll want to see you paper trade for a few weeks, or they'll make you take their trading course, Sophia. But I think most people get approved. Still, you want to reach out to them and ask them. Like I said, I don't really work for them. Best thing to do is to reach out to them and ask them. And you can go through my links if you want to reach out to them. Shout out to Trade Ideas as well, best scanners in the game. Like I said, we post these links. One of the ways we keep the stream free, but I genuinely find a lot of value in Trade Ideas scanners. Like I said, I think they're really the best scanners in the game by far. And so if you want to check them out, super customizable dynamic scanners. I think there's a reason that most of the big dog traders use Trade Ideas. And so I'll post that link here as well. You can go check them out. Also, guys, if you want to try the TradeNet platform, it's completely free. Check out the TradeNet demo challenge. It's completely free to try, and at the very least, you'll at least get a demo account to trade with while you're in the challenge. The basic breakdown of the challenge is they give you a demo account with $10,000 in it, and your goal is to make $500 in net profit within 5 trading days. And there's a bunch of rules that you do have to follow, and honestly, it's a really tough challenge. But if you do make it and you win the challenge, you win yourself a free intro package on TradeNet. And again, it's completely free to try, and I don't see any downside to it, really. And at the very least, you're at least going to get a free demo account to trade with for a few days. And so if you want to check out the TradeNet challenge, there's the link for that as well. All right, there's enough of my sellout links. There is SQ. We'll see what happens with this one. Me? Y'all think I look like Bradley Cooper? I really don't think I do. You must be talking about James, maybe, or Mitch. I don't know. Those, if you see people on the screen, look, I'm right here, man. Here, I'll put myself back up here, I guess. You really think I look like Bradley Cooper? I don't think so, man. But thanks, I guess. I don't know if that's a compliment or not, man. That's the dude from The Hangover, right? I don't know, man. I don't know if I look like him. But yeah, I'm just hanging out here, guys. I'm not going to trade anymore. Again, it's my first losing day today in like a week, and so I don't want to get into the habit. Ethan Hawke. Yeah, I could kind of see Ethan Hawke a little bit. You know. Who cares if you work for TradeNet? Trade Ideas or TradeNet people complain like kids. Very weird people. Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think what ends up happening here is that traders trade with TradeNet, right? And then they lose. And instead of being, objective about the situation and being introspective about it, instead they just kind of blame TradeNet. And I think that's a very common tale in trading in general. A lot of times when people lose and they get frustrated, they blame the platform and the broker they're using. And sometimes it's valid and sometimes it's not. But I think that that's very common for traders to lose, get mad about it. It's really hard for people to be introspective. It takes kind of mature people to be introspective enough to say, you know what, this isn't their fault. This is my fault. I took a dumb trade, or I didn't trade right, or the trade just didn't work out for me. And so I think a lot of times they point the finger at the broker they're using. And in this case, the one that I use is TradeNet and Tefs. And so I think it's just human nature, I think, to a certain extent. And yeah, I think it is what it is. I'm used to it. Yeah, I have a pro account. But I think it's just human nature to a certain extent. And I think that, like I said, I think when you break things down, right, for a new trader looking to trade with no PDT rule, right, for a new trader to trade with no PDT rule, there's only a few options. There's SureTrader, which you're going to get eaten alive by commissions and platform fees. The platform fee, when I used it at least, I don't know what it is now, but when I used SureTrader, the platform fee was like over $100 a month, and that was taken out of your account balance. And so plus commissions are like $15-20 a trade, regardless of what size you take. And it's just really, really expensive. And so, if you're only depositing like $1,200-$1,500 into SureTrader, the odds are just honestly stacked up against you really, really high. Like, it's really going to be hard to succeed as a new trader. And so, same thing with U-Stock Trade. U-Stock Trade doesn't give you leverage. And so you can't short, and it doesn't give you leverage. And so I think TradeNet makes sense because you can short, you get a decent amount of buying power, there's no PDT rule, and the platform is decent. Is there a profit split? You're going to have to share your profits with them? Yes. It's just like a prop firm. People want to sign up for a prop firm. It's just like a prop firm. And so there are some cons. No broker is perfect. They all have their pros and cons. You just got to weigh which one makes the most sense for you. But again, I mean, like I said, the intro package being less than $400, it just makes sense. The intro package being less than $400, you actually can short stocks, which is extremely rare for you to be able to short stocks for really less than $2,000. For a margin account, you have to have $2,000. And so that's super rare as well. And then for you to be able to short stocks with decent buying power on a good platform, and if you buy less than 300 shares on Tefs, your commission's like $4. And so to find that cheap commission, good platform, a lot of buying power, shorting ability, all in the same platform, I think it's pretty rare. And I think some traders are still going to lose, and then they're going to get mad at TradeNet because they lost. And I think that's just insecure people. That's just immature people. And it is what it is, Maybe I'm biased because I post links for them. Maybe so. But, I think it makes sense. I think it's a cheaper option. I think I think most traders are going to lose their first account regardless of who they pick, regardless of whether they go to SureTrader or UStockTrade or Thinkorswim or TradeNet and Tefs. I think they're going to lose their first account regardless of any of that. But I think that they're risking much less with TradeNet and Tefs. They're risking less than $400. Where if, I know when I first got started, I deposited thousands into SureTrader and lost that. And I think most new traders lose regardless. I think a lot of new traders end up building these hopes and dreams and just kind of pinning it all on trading. They don't understand that it takes years to learn how to trade. It takes literally years to really learn how to trade successfully for most people. And I think what happens is that new traders end up watching these gurus like Jason Bond and all these ridiculous gurus that just fill their heads with nonsense. They say, oh, if you spend $5,000 on my course, you can make millions of dollars in a week or two. And that's just not how it is. That's just not the truth. For most people, it's going to take years to actually be able to do it successfully. And if you fill these new traders' heads with nonsense because you want them to buy your course, then you're just manipulating them. And so I think new traders need to understand the truth, which is that it's going to take years. For most people, it's going to take years. You're going to have outliers and exceptions it's going to take outliers. There's going to be outliers and exceptions to that rule where they're just going to be successful right away. But they're the exception. Most traders are going to take years to learn. And I think new traders watch these penny stock gurus advertise to them. And they say, you know what? I'm going to pay for this guy's course, or I'm going to deposit $2,000 into this small account, and I'm going to be able to pay my mortgage next month with my trading profits, or I'm going to be able to pay for my house next month, or pay my bills next month with my trading profits. And I think they're in for a rude awakening. I think they're in for a rude awakening. And I think what you get a lot of the time is you get traders that pay for those courses, and like I said, you get traders that pay for those type of courses, and they've spent so much money on it already that it's too hard for them to be like, you know what, maybe I kind of got ripped off a little bit. And so instead they defend it with their life because it's too hard for them to say, you know what, that course was overpriced.
All right, guys.
You know what I mean?
Squeezed out there.
We're back.
What's up, guys?
I've just been doing some talking, mainly on psychology. One of the biggest things that I wanted to show James today is that we can trade with calm, patience, and at the same time be aggressive.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to hesitate, but at the same time, you want to know what you're looking for. If you see that, we take the trade and we just go off the system. And that's really what makes us our money. It's that I'm no better in skill level. It's really that I'm not the best trader. Is that I'm following the system. That system got me the realized gains today.
100%.
Nice work, brother.
And I'll take it. $240. Not a bad day.
No trades for me today, but the knowledge that I've gained by just being here with Mitch is worth more to me than what I could have made.
Oh, 100%, man.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I'm on the stream with the family. Come on.
Right, man. Hey, brother. How long are you going to be here, James?
We're actually going up to Steamboat Springs tomorrow.
Okay.
The whole family. I'll be on every day, though. I'm going to be trading. I'm actually going to have my dad get on the market with me tomorrow and the next day because he's got an IRA account and they got a bunch of stocks. I got to help him out because he's getting eaten up.
Yeah, man.
But I'll be on every day, man.
All right, brother. Hey, man, it was fun having you here today, man. Nice
yeah,
meeting you
man. It was a blast, bro. I couldn't have asked for anything better. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. We had fun, man. So, yeah, guys, I'll probably end up closing it down. Good luck for the rest of the day, guys. I'm probably going to be done. I always say that, though, and instead I kind of hop back on and end up attacking the market. So we'll see what happens. But I'll go ahead and close it down for the day. Like I said, you want to help support the channel, go check out TradeNet. I'll post that link one more time. I'll post those links one more time. Go check out Trade Ideas as well. Do we do trading full time? Not quite.
Peace, guys. It's real nice to see you.
Yeah, guys, have a good day. Yeah, nice
John,
meeting you,
your
James.
baby is moving. AMD, new highs.
Is it, man? I'm gonna have to look
your
at
baby.
it. Baby. Don't tell me that, man. I'm gonna end up trading when I won't. But yeah, guys.
Walk away. Take it easy. Peace, guys.
Later, guys. I'll post this link one more time.
All right, John.
There's the link. Later, guys.